Hello and welcome to Stockholm Hardware number 5. Thank you all for coming. So we've got an amazing lineup of speakers. I think we have 12 distributed over 3 main talks and I think maybe 9 lightning talks. So I ran out of real estate on the screen, so this isn't even everybody, but this is a good selection of it. Oh, here's a dog. Cool. So Stockholm Hardware is about building a strong hardware community in Stockholm, and we're explicitly trying to be for everybody. That's right, even the animals. So beginners, experts, engineers, creatives, business people, startups, artists. So we're trying to cover very broadly on anything that's happening with hardware. And the reason why you were just seeing Mentimeter on the screen, I'll just go back to that for a second, is not that one. That one. Like this. Oh, here we go. The reason why we have this on the screen is we're keen to get your input on how we make these events even better after the summer break. So we are up to about 17 votes, and I think that will be great if everybody can drop some votes in on this. It's essentially ideas, thoughts, both for each other, but also for us as organizers. This will be very useful for us when we set up next season. I'm going to keep chatting a bit, but meanwhile, it'd be great if you could pull up your smartphones, go into this URL, because we'll be using it throughout today's meetup. So this will also be your way of giving some feedback on some of the talks that we're doing, and some feedback on some specific ideas that we have for next season. So it'd be great if you could all go in there. One of the great suggestions we've had already is to improve the music. And I'd love somebody to come help program these pocket operators from Teenage Engineering. Anyone have them at home? That could potentially. Oh, all right. So, so you haven't learned it yet, Lasse. But there were a few others, Rickard, and some people in the back. So maybe you guys could come up and make them sound a little bit more interesting over the break. We have a rhythm and a sub and a factory. And there's a robot also. Okay, cool. So we're up to about 20 votes. That's good. I actually have a few more that I'd love your thoughts on. So I think I'm going to just go into the next question. Cool. So if you aren't already on Mentimeter, please go in there now. As you can tell, this is a bit of a detour from the actual content that we'll talk about tonight, but please stick with me just for a few moments. You'll use it throughout the event, so don't leave the browser tab. First question, how many Stockholm hardware meetups have you been to before? This is obviously going to help us figure out how much to focus on welcoming new people and how much to ensure that content is rotating because people are coming back. Okay, so 24 votes. We can do a little bit more. How about we stay on this screen until we're at 50? Okay, so whoever doesn't have their phone up, get it up now so we can get a move on. All right, come on, let's do it. Meanwhile, I'll mention to you that this is the 5th Stockholm Hardware meetup that we've done. Well, here, all of them has been here at Things, and it's the last one before the break. As I'll show you, as you've seen before, if you've been here before, and I'll show you on the screen in a moment, we are 6 co-organizers, and that have been working together on these 5 events. And I'd like you to give them an applause in a moment when I show you their pictures, because a few of them are stepping down, and a few are stepping in to take over for season 2, which is starting after the autumn. So I just wanted to emphasize that it is a good time to come with input because we are considering how to make next season even better. Okay, 3 more votes. Or maybe we should just let it go. So half of the people voting is here for the first time. So for you, this is not normally how we start the event, but you happen to hit us at this one. Okay, so before we move on, who have been to them all? Is it an organizer who's been to them all? Ellen, Stuart, 2 guys down there. Awesome. Good job. Why? That was 4. Okay. That's fair. Okay, so we're at 50. Let's move on. Okay, this you don't need right now, but as you can see, what we will do is once Ellen have given her talk, you'll have a chance to compliment her on what was truly awesome, but also give her some suggestions for what could be even better. Cool, I'll go back to my presentation. Okay, so we already have a camera volunteer. Thank you very much. So we don't need to solve that for today. Here are the organizers. So hands up, it is Ellen. Who else do we have up here? Nobody up here. We have Carl downstairs. Per recently had his first kid, so he is taking off for the evening. And Carl and Ellen, Carl downstairs, Ellen here, and myself will continue with Stockholm Hardware into the next season, so after the summer. In addition to that, we have some new people. Åsa is joining. Åsa has given a talk here before. Yeah, let's give her a hand. Åsa gave a talk here about Megaresan not so long ago. We also have Johan, a colleague from People. He's not here tonight. And Anders Melbrad, that some of you may know from IoT Stockholm. Okay, that's all we got. Here's the agenda. If you're here for the first time, you may not recognize it. The welcome was a little longer this time because I wanted to do this Mentimeter stuff, but hopefully it'll pay off in the future. We'll do a few short news and some community announcements before we go to the 3 main talks. Then we do a break, and you can go down and check out the 3D printers, get some more beer. Maybe there's a snack left. And Nicholas is down there with his virtual reality gear. And after the break, we have, I think it's 9 lightning talks. So each lightning talk is max 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. And we encourage everybody to contribute to the lightning talks, right? So have a think about how you could do a lightning talk for the next events. And then we wrap up. I don't think we have a tour of Stockholm Makerspace today. Do we? Anyone? Nope, so not today. Here are the speakers that you can see that could hardly fit into the slides. The 3 first ones are Ellen on haptic feedback, the power of touch. Then Magnus Lindström from Malmö, making old fuses smart. And KTH, formerly a student. Where are you guys? Down there in the back. Perfect. How to control an electric race car. Is it parked outside now? In the break. Awesome. I saw you drive around in it. I was about to say race in it. You didn't race out here. It was slow moving. But it looked impressive. And a bunch of lightning talks that we'll come back to. You're probably aware of this. We are capturing the events on video, so you can refer back to them later. You can see previous episodes and so on. And we're also live streaming. Logistics, food and drinks. Downstairs, there's some beer. There's non-alcoholic beer. Downstairs, there's some water back in the back. And when we run out, please just refill the glasses or the carafes. Downstairs is there's some hardware gear from Nicholas and 3D Verkstan. And we also have live streaming downstairs, so you can watch it from there. Bathrooms are right outside here by the door, or 2 levels down in the basement. Normally we announce the next event, but we don't know exactly when the next event will be. Probably in August after the break. So sign up on Meetup and Facebook to keep track of the events. The sponsors are very important to make these events both happen and to keep these events free. So we've been here with the help from Things since the beginning in January, and Linda and Magnus and others are helping us make sure that you have a space to come to and that you have something to drink and eat. And Internet Funden with Rikard and other colleagues have recently joined also as a sponsor to help ensure that we've got some cash to ensure that we do good video and help keep the quality of the events up. So thanks to you guys. Cool. Linda, do you want to talk for a minute about Things and what's going on with Things at the moment?
Yep.
Cool. Right. Welcome to Linda.
Another dog woke up. All right, hi everyone. I guess most of you might have been here at some point. I see a lot of familiar faces. Things is a place for co-working. It's a co-working hub for hardware startups. So at the moment we got like 30 something companies here, but 130 people here. In all, we work with 3D scanning, 3D printing, automation, robotics, IoT, wearables, and so on. So, try Things. We're actually launching small projects here to actually allow new companies in. So it's only for new members, available until you need to apply before end of July. And it's about getting a fixed seat for a flex price. So that would be 2,000 a month instead of the regular 3,000. Apply online if you're interested. I think that's it. Great. Thanks, Sune.
And Linda will be back on stage a little bit later with me to talk a bit about the YouTube videos and how, Linda, you've been using it. Cool. Just call out, if you can help with some volunteering effort, then we can use your help. If you know somebody who could do some volunteering, then that would also be great. We need some help with video production, podcasting, potentially website, social media, and just general event coordination. So if you can spare some time and you know somebody who think they can, reach out to us. Cool. Community announcements. We've got a few things already lined up, and if any of you have something that you'd like to share that's related to the hardware community, just come on up to the stage. Cool. 3D Meetup Center. This is just a quick few pieces of news. 3D Meetup Center had their first open house this week, and they're here to talk about it. They'll give a lightning talk after the break. So this is a new center in town, building community around 3D printing. There is a similar effort focused around virtual reality that Nicholas and a team have been throwing effort after. That was also last week, and they're also doing a lightning talk about what that is. I wanted to do a shout out for these guys. Some of you probably have the other floating lightning device. And this is the next Kickstarter. It already surpassed its goal. Just wanted to share because I think it's great that these things are still happening in town. Okay, right. There's actually you'll hear more about this accelerator, which is based in Malmö. Also has a lightning talk, but you're accepting applications to be in your accelerator for hardware businesses. Cool. We'll hear more about that later also. Oh yeah, and shout out for My Music Labs. Are you guys here? Oh yeah, perfect. So you did a talk, was it last time or the time before? Last time, right. Where you were showing off your product and just wanted to make sure you saw some of the applauses. So congrats. And community announcements. First off, here we go.
Hello everybody, my name is Zoran Matic and I'm the marketing manager at UR, which is the Swedish educational broadcasting company. And in October we are launching a really big campaign on programming. We are trying to Oh, sorry. We're trying to address teachers and 9 years old in order to get them to understand the fundamentals of programming. And what I would like to ask you is if you know a maker who can help us build fun machines, because we have asked these young people about ideas on how they can improve teachers' life, and they have really wonderful ideas. And what we want to do is to bring these ideas to life on problems such as the teachers are participating in endless meetings or handling loads of paperwork, etc. So if you have a maker who can realize these ideas, I would be really grateful if you can either email me or Twitter me. So thank you very much.
Or just come grab you in the break. Cool. There was also some news about this upcoming event. I think it's later this month. Yeah, later this month for the Smart City IoT Sprint Hack. Stina or Tatjana here? No. Cool. I think we've mentioned in the past, so just a reminder that I think we have a few tickets that are specifically for people in the Stockholm Hardware Group. So if you're interested to go to this event, I think it's a half-day hack, and there's like some mentors and some hardware. If you're interested in that, just reach out to us on Facebook or Twitter or Meetup, and we'll share the details on how to get those tickets. Okay. Cool. Let me just see. In a moment, Ellen, I will just see how to get your gear ready up here. In the meantime, let me see if I can figure this out. So I had an idea. My idea was that we were going to show this, but that's not so interesting. Okay, give me a sec, and I will find Ellen's presentation for you. And then you can give her an applause when she comes up. You can't see it, but I guess it's on the live stream.